Like Joan Rivers would say, can we talk?
How Janet Jackson baby looks so white.
Right?
To me, it look white. I mean, look at Janet Jackson and look at the guy. I mean, hey.
Isn't that guy like some type of Arab or something like that? Or Indian or something?
That's what I'm saying. But I mean, Janet Jackson is black. The guy's that are Indian stuff. How the baby looks so white?
I guess maybe it's like how Michael Jackson kids are white. I'm just saying, y'all.
Maybe it's the white blood.
If it doesn't pass the smell test.
Maybe it's the white blood in Janet Jackson coming out. Something like that. True.
All I was saying, at 50 years old, where did Janet get an egg? I told you, my eggs feel like they're powder right now. Where did she get an egg at age 50 to have this baby all natural? Then Jada's like, maybe she had some frozen. I'm like, girl, please.
You got money, so maybe got some frozen.
Girl, please. Y'all know Janet and that man was breaking up before. Janet booked a tour to go back on tour because she knew she was going to be broke because she didn't give this man no baby. This man is like 41, 42. She should have never been his first wife because honestly, I think they're rich, like they're magnates or something, or a viscount, or I don't know what the hell this man is. But when you meet somebody rich like that and they don't have an heir yet and you old, you're not supposed to marry him because he gonna get an heir by hook or by crook. So she went and did some magic. She had this baby. All of a sudden now they can't make it. She break up because she already knows she got the cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. But I'm just saying, something ain't right there. Anyways, let me go in the kitchen because I gotta go take care of my baked beans.
What you doing?
I'm making the spice for the baked beans. So I put the baked beans last night in the slow cooker, right? And I was gonna let it go all night. And then after about 4 hours, I checked and it was already soft, so I shut it off and just went to bed. So this is like a cup of brown sugar, a quarter cup of molasses, mustard, and ketchup, a quarter cup each. A teaspoon each of salt, black pepper, and garlic powder. And I'm making this, what do you want to call this, Joe? Like a paste? So this is for the baked beans. Baked beans are really simple. Even the video that I have at my website made it seem a little bit more complicated because I was learning as I went along. So I only put, like on that video, I put some of the stuff when it starts and then some of the stuff later. You don't have to. You can put all this stuff now. And it tastes like a whole lot better if you can use chicken broth, but I don't have any chicken broth, so what I'm going to use is just the broth that the beans were cooked in, and it'll still taste good, but it tastes a lot better if you can use chicken broth. All right, so you pour this on top. Can't remember how much of that broth I'm supposed to use. I think like 4 cups. What I'm planning to do, guys, is get like my best recipes from that folder that I have and make a little cookbook for myself at Costco. Maybe they'll have like 15 recipes, like my bagels, my baguette, this, cheddar bay biscuits, the stuff from. So the book won't have maybe chapters and stuff. It'll just be everything thrown in there. I don't know. And I'll make it at Costco, and it'll be expensive. It could come close to 40 bucks to do that book. But if it looks good, I might order 2 and then give away 1 as a prize. Just, you know, it's not a book for sale. It's just for us. You see it though, Joe? You see how it's looking like baked beans already? I'm gonna go ahead and put like 4 cups here and see what I get. So this is 2 cups. Let's see, because you just want this to bake for about 3 to 4 hours. The beans will cook a little bit more. I don't think we need the 4 cups. What do you think, Joe?
That's good.
That looks good, huh? Okay, and I'll watch it. If I need more, I'll put a little bit more. But this is just loosey-goosey. And we'll taste it at some point to make sure that salt's enough, but it should be. I love that face, though. Marie says, you've given my chair leprosy.
What?
Marie, your sister, said, you've given my chair leprosy.
Why?
You don't see how that chair look?
Oh, you pick it.
What's wrong with you, Joe? Huh? Do you have compulsions?
No.
You need some pills?
Yes, because I'm broke. If I'm broke, I have to do something. So
I have a feeling when we cover that thing, we'll put like a shower cap over it. You'll still go under the shower cap and pick at it. There's something wrong with you. The beans are in the oven at 325, guys. 325 for 3 to 4 hours. I'm gonna watch it to see if I need like another cup of the broth because it did say 4 cups, but I think sometimes 4 cups is a bit much. So we're gonna be checking, and I'll put some hot sauce at some point in it too after I taste it. I'm doing flour tortillas for breakfast because guess what? It's Easter's. We get to eat something nice today. And I want you guys to know that we were summoned by Sherry Shepherd to come to Studio City one Wednesday of our choice to come to some one-man show that she's producing with a comedian named Scronshaw or something. Jada and Colin went to the show before when they had it in Ontario, California, but she wants us to come to Studio City. And so I'm like, yes, Sherry Shepherd calls, I going. Okay, I'm going. So let me go ahead and do my tortilla. Happy Easters, you guys. Happy Easters. I'm in a good mood today. The kids want not lemon pie. Tell me what the kids want again, Joel?
Cheesecake.
Cheesecake. And I have everything to make the cheesecake except the crust, the graham cracker crust, and the condensed milk, because I make that 3-ingredient cheesecake. So Joe says he's going to go grab me a can of condensed milk from the 99-cent store if they're open. I stopped buying eggs like 2 weeks before Easter because they jack up the prices, you know, to like nuke us for Easter, because, you know, people do that stupidness where they dye the eggs. I never got into that. So Joe's putting in a little bit that we have left away, and I said, you better not even drop one and break it. And Joe says, with your goat mouth, you're going to let me break one. So explain to the people, what is a goat mouth?
A goat mouth is like if you speak something and you come to pass. It's like, just like if you go to church, people say, oh, well, you know.
State it, claim it. If you state it, claim it. Yeah, but when Belize people made up that thing, it wasn't supposed to be out on no church, though, right? It was supposed to be like obia.
Oh, some kind of voodoo crap.
Oh, obia your ass. Joe's baking the tortilla. I'm handling the eggs. 3 eggs with some ham and maybe some spinach if Joe will allow to make an omelette.
So when you don't like work, when people there.
I told her, don't hold the camera so low to show my double chin. She goes, it's not my fault you have a double chin. I will stab this girl with a spatula handle.
Gosh, I'm only like 2 feet taller than you, man.
You guys, this is not a cooking show.
Not even feet, like inches.
I'm going to just tell you what I'm going to do, okay? So this is 2 cups of white flour, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, not baking soda. You're supposed to put half a teaspoon of salt, but my butter is salted that I'm going to be using. Where the butter at, Jada? Oh, here. It's salted, so that's why I don't ever add extra salt. So it's a 1/4 cup of butter and 1 cup of regular, high-fat milk, whatever. Then this is over here because we're going to cook that on the stove. This is here because we're going to cream this. So what I'm going to do is cream this. This is already mixed up. We're going to mix the dry in with the wet, and then we're going to add this later to it. So it's going to be a cake batter that we're going to put in this 9x13 pan that's greased and floured. And this over here is for the topping. This is why I love this cake, all right? This is brown sugar, I think 1.5 cups firmly packed. And then 3/4 cups of butter that I'm going to melt when the time comes. 2 cups of coconut flakes, and I got the sweetened kind. And then the half and half, which is like really, really heavy. What is it? It's not heavy cream, because this tastes kind of Swedish, right? It's like a thick milk.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's going to be for the topping. So it's going to be like a coconut candy, like our Belizean tableta meets cake. I love this cake. It's called, the original name is Lazy Daisy Cake, but because when Joe was a youth, he had a girlfriend named Daisy, I changed the name to Lazy Bobsy.
Your battery's dying.
Did you know that, Jada?
Yeah, you told me that.
For that reason, my sister changed her Lazy Suzanne to Lazy Rory. I ain't gonna say more than that. So I'm just gonna cream this, all right? Jada will be back when it's already ready to go in the oven. The thing you have to remember, guys, is that this batter has to be super fluffy, all right? So we're gonna add the dry in, and Jada's dealing with my milk. Look how this looks, guys. Creamy, and it smells like custard because we cooked the milk. So let me pour it in my pan. All right, guys, so I didn't even time it, but I imagine it's like 2.5 hours we've had this in here. So even if it's not done yet, I'm taking it out for 40 minutes because I'm putting in this cake. Well, let me wait for it to get to 350, because remember this was at 325.
Is it chocolate cake?
No, this is you're gonna get cheesecake, because this is a cake that you won't like. It's gonna have coconut flakes on the top.
Oh, you suck, Jada.
It's not my fault.
You know what, I think this could go some more. What I'll do is I'll put it on the bottom while the cake is baking on the top. But I think this could go some more. Jada's making the cheesecake. It's 1 can of sweetened condensed milk, 1 8-ounce block of cream cheese, and a 1/3 cup of real lemon juice, and Jory bought chocolate crust. Meanwhile, Miss Amanda over there just to play the guitar. I don't know what the hell he playing. It's not copyrighted stuff though, because it's his own stuff. This is the coconut topping here on the cake. It just came out from under the broiler, and this is done. Beans, salad, chicken, ribs. And I made the chocolate cake. And Grandpa made it. This is my favorite dessert of the day. And Joshua hates it because he says the coconut flakes look like little maggots, right?
Yes, they look like little maggots.
Especially when the cake came out of the oven from the broiler and it was sizzling and fizzling. So I made Joshua his chocolate cake. I had all the ingredients, and that cake is so simple to make that I couldn't resist. And then Jada and Jory had their little cheesecake. We had a wonderful day. You saw that my dad came up. He called last minute and said, "Do you have enough food? I want to come up." He came up and he sat and he chilled. And yeah, he went back home. He left at 7 o'clock, so he should be getting home shortly at 7:49 unless he ran into some big type of traffic. Speaking of which, guys, this is how I spent my day. Let me show you. I'm done with the family tree. I found all the pictures that I'm gonna find with these people. I was asking my dad about his heritage because he has long been doing his family tree, but he has no pictures, so his stuff is boring. He brought me a stack of papers this thick with all his ancestors going back to 1809. I was like, I don't want to know all them people back then. I said, that's too much math for me. And he has no pictures. My mind's seeing pictures. So this is what I got out of him. You know, his mom was black, right? So he says on his mom's side of the family, it was a blend of black and white. So I would say African and European. I don't know if it was more African than the European though, because we have no pictures of these people. On his dad's side, it was strictly European. I'd say we were hard pressed to find, you know, a black person in my dad's side of the tree, the McNabb side. I'm sure some of the McNabb married some, you know, black people or African descent people along the way, but I don't know where that happened. So I'm thinking a lot of my European and a lot of my African side of this ancestry thing that's going to come back is going to come from my dad's side of the family. On my mom's side, there's a bunch of people favor native people to me. When she say oops for, Tracy say oops for. Okay, my sister, she messed up my thing just now, guys. Let me show you. And then, I know you can't see this so well, but I'll put this on the screen when the stuff comes. So that's my mom's side of the family right there. So let me tell you this little story if I can tell you guys. My mom's dad's mother, so my mom's grandma on the dad's side, her name was Adele. And she got married to this guy that looks Indian, you know, the dark skin with the straight hair, whatever. I don't know if it's Indian from India or Amerindians or, you know, whatever. And she had my grandpa, and my grandpa looked like that. He looked kind of Indian, right? And then her sister, Adele's sister, Lord, let me see if I can show you guys, because I don't know if I'll tell all this story when the thing comes, because I don't want it to be long-winded. When the thing comes, I want to get straight to it, open it, and show you guys what was found, right? So let's see if I can get to the other one. Yeah, this one. Okay, let's turn it this way. All right, so let me get up and show you guys. All right, so this sister Adele was married to my great-grandfather and had my grandpa. Adele's sister Adriana got married to this man named Mr. Lord, Edward Lord. And they had 5 kids. 4 of my uncles and my aunt Eileen that you guys hear me talk about. She died and he remarried to this lady. And this lady and this man had 4 kids right here. My grandma was one of those kids. And so my mom was raised with these uncles and aunts and these uncles and aunts. And then my grandpa got married to, you know, my grandma there, because he wasn't related to her, he's related to them. And so then that's how my mom came out of this thing right here. But my mom was only going to be related to this Cardiff Wales grandpa and this native grandma through her dad. But she's also related to them through her aunt right there. It's freaky. It's freaky. All I know is that when I was younger, I was visiting this neighbor next door, and she was just like, do you know that your grandpa and your Aunt Tylene are cousins? I'm like, how is that possible when my Aunt Eileen is my grandma's sister? And my grandma's married to my grandpa. Oh my God, is it incest? And I ran home, I probably was 10. And my Aunt Eileen was like, that wretch. That's like the worst thing for a Belizean person to call you is a wretch. That's like, that covers everything. It covers probably the N-word. It covers just really horrible things when somebody calls you a wretch. And she goes, that's that wretch. Why would she open her mouth and tell you anything? No, it's not incest, but it's going to be too complicated for me to explain to you. But she sat down and she tried to explain it, and I didn't quite grasp it, and it just went over my head. And then as the years progressed, I did get it. And so now I finally have pictures to put together to show the whole story. And it's very unique because those uncles and Aunt Eileen and her 4 brothers would not have even been aunts and uncle. You know, to my mom, had their mother not been sister to my grandpa, they would have just been cousins to my mom, but they became aunts and uncles. Jada, you see the little boy that's in the stoop sitting down in that picture with the whole family?
That's Troy's family?
With Grandpa Maurice's people and Tylene's people. Remember the little boy was sitting down below? We didn't know who the little boy was?
Yeah.
Because Aunt Tylene is sitting on her grandma's lap. Grandpa said the little boy is Derek, the one that went away.
Wait, what?
The uncle that went away to England when he was 16, Derek. His name is Derek. Remember Tylene's brother that went away? I told you she had a brother that went away to England when he was 16 when his dad remarried Amy Bell.
Yeah.
My dad says that little boy is him.
Oh.
Because the math adds up with Tylene sitting on the grandma's lap because she was supposedly the baby out of the 4 older boys.
Oh.
So he looks old enough to be the older one.
Yeah.
It's freaky, guys. Let me see if I can find that.
His name was Stoop Kid, and he's afraid to leave his stoop.
Huh?
His name was Stoop Kid, and he's afraid to leave his stoop kid.
Stoop kid?
That's a reference to you 90s kids out there.
Oh crap, I can't find it in here. It's gonna be too much. Anyways, I'll tell you guys as we go along because you guys have sat long enough for this. I had a wonderful Easter. I wasn't depressed. Thank you guys for all the texts and well wishes. I was thinking of you guys just as you were thinking of me. I heard that Osley had a fantastic day because a van load of people went from the church to go see him today. 11 people were in that room to see him today. So I'm sure he's coming around. I'm sure these people are just really helping with his turnaround. So Maria called me. Maria was like, I wanted to wish you a happy Easter, and I just wanted to thank you and your husband for going there with Ermine, and even going there before Ermine decided to go back, because you guys really made a difference for him to turn around. And I know that he knows this. I know that he knows this because he's really coming alive in his brain. So I'm going to go put up back my cake because it's open. I don't want you guys to have to hear the tin foil. And I'm going to go edit this one. I have something that I'm still editing for the cooking channel tomorrow. And yeah, I'm glad that I was able to spend the day with you guys for a little bit. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night, okay? Bye-bye.
When the red button is on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, guys, see, I'm doing it.
That's very, very
Ready. He doesn't want to go back on the boat. Splash.
What's the splash?
Yeah.